Hello everyone, this is finding Kurt Cobain's Los Angeles home. I'll give you a few details of when Kurt Cobain lived there in a couple of moments. It is a bit of a pain to find this place. This is the Highland Primrose Park. This is near where he lives. You follow my walk as I try and get to the apartment. I hope you enjoy. If you do want to go, that gate there that I just walked past is the best way to get there. The reason why it's a little bit frustrating to find is it's in a bunch of houses which is in amongst a maze is the only way I can describe it. But you'll see when I get around what I'm talking about. If you look on your phone, because I knew roughly where he lived, if you look on your phone, it is just up here on the left. I do get there in a moment. I'll pan right at some point. The Hollywood Bowl is literally to the right. Now, if there was a concert on, I imagine you would be able to hear everything. This is all the parking lot for the Hollywood Bowl I'm in. And if I remember, his house is up on the left. But I'll point it out when I get there. Kurt Cobain lived at 6881 Alta, Loma, Terrace. You can see the yellow writing on the wall, 6881. That's his house up there. At this point, I was quite perplexed of how to get up there. And again, that's the Hollywood Bowl just over there. How do I get up there? Well, that's his old house, but I have no idea how to get there. I ain't climbing up there, and I'm sure he didn't every day, so we'll go around. Hollywood Bowl's just over there. It's there this morning. Running around. Out in there. I'm not overly sure, as I quizzed myself about the gate, I'm not overly sure if I was allowed in this bit. The gate was open and the only way to get up there is to go through all these steps. So if I wasn't allowed in there, apologies to anybody. But this is where it gets very complicated, because it's not just a street, is it? I don't know if American neighbourhoods are like this, but it was all very, look, just two ways to go, and they're both the same street. I found it confusing, anyway, but probably just me. As you can see, this is Alta Loma Terrace, and that is 6840. Again, Kurt Cobain lived at 6881. It is really a little bit mazy to try and find out how to get to a certain number. Kurt Cobain didn't live here very long, only a few months. But the months he did live here were the months after Nevermind had become the biggest album in the world. And he was in arguably the biggest band in the world at the time. He was offered to go on tour and open up for Guns N' Roses for their stadium tour, but he declined that offer. At the time, I'm pretty sure Nirvana could have done anything they wanted. But Kurt Cobain retreated to this LA apartment and did a lot of heroin with Courtney Love, who was his wife or was to soon become his wife. Recently, lots of pictures from inside this apartment have surfaced. In the pictures you see lots of drug paraphernalia and a lot of rubbish, but if you want to see inside the apartment, there are pictures online.
Bloody maze. It's an absolute maze around here. I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm sure that's in a film. If anybody wants to help.
The Last Goodbye is the name of the film that's in, and that is the high tower elevator.
Thank you.
And it's just to help people to get from the bottom to the top, which, if I'd known about, would have been bliss. But alas, I continue to try and find this apartment. I think I might have already walked by it and not realised. So his apartment is coming up on the left. It's more of a house than an apartment, I stand corrected. But that's number 6881, this one. This is where he lived, as I've already said, in the immediate aftermath of Nevermind. This is the apartment he lived in. If you're into Nirvana,
Hollywood
just before the
just
Reading Festival performance here in England. It is one of the greatest gigs of all time. This is where he was living just prior to that. It was also on Airbnb for a little while. It wasn't, by the time I got to LA, it wasn't on Airbnb anymore, but it was really expensive, if I remember correctly as well. But it would have been cool to have stayed there. But as I said, there's lots of pictures online about what was happening inside that house, and the montage of Heck film, all the footage with Courtney Love and the video camera, and him singing the Beatles song "And I Love Her" is from in there. Which I thought was pretty cool. Thank you for watching. this walking out of here is, if you do want to see it or visit it, you can just watch me walking out is the most direct way. But yeah, if you like, if you want to subscribe. I go to a couple more Kurt Cobain bits while I'm in America. You can probably guess where that means I end up going. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you do decide to visit, travel safe, take it easy. Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love would sell this apartment towards the end of 1992. I can't find any indication of when he moved in, but I'm trying to piece things together with the knowledge of Nirvana I had. I would guess it's very late 91, early 92. The reason I would say that is because when they lived here, I believe Courtney Love was pregnant with Francis Bean, and she was born in August of 92. So that would probably make sense. And they moved back to Seattle right at the beginning of 93, as they were doing In Utero. I think, if I remember, In Utero was recorded in Minnesota. I'm not double checking these facts. These facts are coming from the 12-year-old me when I was obsessed with them, but I'm fairly sure I'm accurate. But again, this is the end of me walking out now, so you have a fair idea if you into Nirvana, into Kurt Cobain and wanted to visit. It's the best way to do it. You can go all the way around and go near where that elevator is. I wouldn't use the elevator, it's probably just for residents. And it's even more confusing if you go around that way, so stick to this way. Again, thank you for watching.